Oh, Tracy's coming.
Tracy's arriving, yes.
Hello.
Chiltinas isn't as well behaved as green shoots. For green shoots, we start dead on time and people turn up. Chiltinas tend to drift in after a while.
Sorry, my phone was overheating.
It's a Sunday.
Tracy.
Hi,
Right.
Alex.
So in terms of program, John sent it out. We'll go trying a different warm-up set. It's perhaps a bit slow for warm-up set, which is intended to get your fingers moving, but we'll see. There's then an opportunity for Round the Room, and then we're going to do Brafton Village again in 2 parts, possibly with Swindon added, but probably not. The Swedish walking tune, another Round the Room, and then a last Liberty Bell. Anyway, we'll start out with the warm-up set. Now, I was saying to people who were here earlier, I have a problem in that Zoom has changed. I download a new version of Zoom, and my option to share the PDF of the notes as a separate thing seems to have disappeared. But I think if I share my screen, I've on my screen I've got the Amazing Grace practice set. So let me just find my participants list. We have 20 participants at the moment. So I'm going to mute.
Excuse me for a minute, Paul. I've forgotten something for vital. My concertina. I'll go down and get it.
Right. You have to play air concertina. Like playing air guitar. Right. So in his absence, I'll mute everybody for the moment. You can always unmute yourself. Remember, and if all's being, I'm still sorting things out here. You are being recorded for use within the club. I need my original sound turned on. I'll share the screen again and see what happens. So hopefully people can see this thing that has Amazing Grace, the Ash Grove green sleeves. It also has Wild Mountain Time, but given that that's in 4/4 rather than 3/3, I think we'll leave that out for the moment. So we'll just concentrate on the first 3 tunes. So. Etc. and etc. and so I have no idea why these 3 were put together. Well, we'll see anyway. So what I suggest is we play the set once through fairly slowly, and then we'll do it again faster. I think we may we'll play each tune twice as written. So just at the end of the tune we'll go back to the beginning of the tune for each tune. So 2 Amazing Graces, 2 Ash Groves, and 2 Green Sleeves. So just intro of last 4 bars of Amazing Grace then. change, repeat, change. Sorry. Sorry, I don't. What on earth am I doing? Heading for a C sharp and ending on something else there. We'll do another green sleeves. Definitely a case of performance nerves there. All right, let me unmute everybody. I'll stop sharing. We can see one another. Yeah, so it's strange because the Amazing Grace and the Ashgrove go together quite nicely, one to the other. Greensleeves, although it's in 3/4, the stress is just totally different, I think, to the others.
It is. It's the one that doesn't pick more than anything else.
Yes, but it's a nice challenge. I'm getting the accidentals in. I played it through before we started perfectly well, but wonder why I did that. I don't know whether I was playing a D sharp rather than an E flat, but Anyway,
E sharp, that's an F.
pardon?
E sharp is an F.
No, not an E sharp. No, you goes from. I'm trying to find it again. Goes from. It's written the last but one bar is written with a D sharp, a C sharp, a D sharp, and
Oh, B sharp. Yeah, well, that is an
in
E flat,
practice,
isn't it?
I found it. What I found I was actually playing because I was on an E already. My next finger was lurking over the top of the E flat, so I was actually playing the E flat rather than the D sharp. But I think that then threw me brain which side of the machine I was on. I think.
Have you got a I mean, most tunings these days for everything, especially if you've gone to Steve Dickinson, you'll have your D sharp and your E flat identical.
Yeah.
If they're even temperament.
But this one says mean tone on it. So that's the E flat. That's the D sharp. If I play them together, it's pretty horrible, really. But the sharp's nice playing chords in sharp keys, and the flat's nice playing flats in flat keys.
Yes, it will do. It will give more variation to your scales as well.
So the thirds are sweeter. You get that one, and but that's tune mean fifth common mean tone tuning. So not totally pure.
Well, that's exactly what it isn't.
Right, we'll try that again a little bit faster, and I'll see this time whether I can make these things a bit better. Right, share screen. Mute everybody. So they. Right, so here's the last 4 bars of Amazing Grace, and then through the thing a little bit brisk, and they're none of them fast tunes. Still not perfect. So how many people played Green Sleeves perfectly twice without getting any notes wrong?
I got a few chords wrong, but the melody was right.
It's a lovely tune, but it doesn't, even though we know it well, it doesn't go quite where you'd expect. It's joy.
You try that on an Anglo.
Exactly.
Yes, at least our shops and flats are in expected places. Yours are scattered, aren't they, a bit?
Yeah.
I believe it was written by King Henry VIII.
Yeah.
King Edward VIII.
Well,
Fine.
Henry VIII, sorry.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
From that era. Right, somebody's twiddling. Please, don't twiddle while people are talking. Yes, I don't think there's any documentary evidence of him actually having written it, but it's certainly from that era, and it's ascribed to him. So is that sufficient, or would people like to do it once more?
that was sufficient.
That was enough.
That was enough. That was the thought. I mean, it's a bit of an odd thing to use for a practice set, because the practice sets usually are things that do with a fair speed normally, and we start them slowly and get them going fast to get the fingers going. So you should be
Bring
now
back Jamie Allen, all is forgiven.
to do your.
In what key? In what key?
G.
Right.
I'll
So-
see if I can put up the list of alternatives at the end, and we could switch back to something a
Indeed.
little livelier.
Yes, we'll do that.
I like practice set 4.5.
4.5. Like ordering from a Chinese takeaway menu, is it? You'll have a bit. 4.5. Okay.
It's good to change things up now and again, though, isn't it?
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So the next one on the list was the Old Grenadier, which we've done at least 3 times in a row. So we should be getting plausible at it now. So we said we were going to run it up a little bit faster this time around. So we've got some interesting synthesized recordings of this with chords at different speeds, etc. etc. So rather than just hearing me play, as you've had me playing before, what we should now be able to do is, let me just get rid of that for the moment. Well, no, we don't think we want to start at 180, do we? No, we don't. So we have this at speeds ranging from 100, which is actually 50 paces. Crotchet equals 100, and it's a minimum beat. So we have it from 100, which is definitely slow, up to the 180, so 90 steps per minute, which is what we want to end up with. So just taking that one first, which is the one I've just had there. Let me just let it play. With a 4-bar intro, and then it starts. So firstly, could people hear that all right? Is that
Yeah.
working?
Yeah.
Yes, good. Right, but we won't start at that speed.
Oh, good.
We've played it a few times. I mean, I think we want either 130 or 150. Let me just try the 150, and then so perhaps we could. I think that's probably all right. Can I have something thumbs up or down for that? Right, that's 75 paces to the minute. So I think that will do us there. Right, let me sort out who my things are. Oh, lost me instructions. Oh dear, it's all awkward. That's better.
Paul,
Yes.
is it possible to make the music just that bit bigger so it fills the width of the screen a bit more?
Possibly.
So we don't need the old grey cat with it, do we? So.
No, we don't.
Oh yes, that works. Thank you.
Yeah. Well,
Beautiful.
yes, except that yes, it'll be all right because I can move. I'll move the. I'm going to start with this thing. You presumably don't see that.
Yeah,
Yes,
we can see that.
It's over the music.
Yeah, you'll see the thing saying groove music, but I'll move that out of the way.
Oh, that's good. Okay, thank you.
I don't think I can. But the thing is, I need to be able to get to the start button on it. This is where it used to be when I could have separate applications. I had a bit more control over things. Right. So in fact, all I need is right. Okay. I'm just going to press go, and then you'll see. Hopefully, you'll see the whole of the music on the screen. And shout at me if not. Right. So I need to just mute all. Everybody is muted, so I'm going to press the button now.
You're muted, Paul. We can't hear you.
Thank you very much. Right, I haven't said very much other than right. So that was at 75 Wibbles steps to the minute.
Paul,
Yes.
it was very loud. Is that me, or is it the volume you've got it on? Because I could hardly hear myself playing. I was playing, but I couldn't hear it.
It wasn't for me. It was quite loud. I could still hear it over me playing quite loud.
And in the past, people have complained that the music wasn't loud enough, so they couldn't hear the accompaniment over their own playing. So I have amplified these somewhat, but you can. Presumably you have a volume knob on your computer and can turn down your volume.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, I think really you have to adjust it at your end. I don't think I can easily adjust that.
That would work.
I'm just going to have a look. So anyway, we'll work our way up one level of the things. Let me just. I'm just wondering whether if have I actually got a volume bit on this? No, I haven't.
I find wearing the headsets so much better for sound. I don't have a problem at all wearing a headset and for speaking.
I can actually turn the volume down, but he says. Anyway, right. So this is the next step up. So this in speed. So this is at 170. So 65 beats to the minute, he says. So same thing. Let me mute everybody. I will just press the thing and let it go because it's got its own introduction. Stop it before it starts off again. Right, so that was at whatever I said it was at, and we'll try the upper end one, which is still not lightning fast. So this is at at 180, so 90, which is it's a reasonable. Right, so this is a sort of reasonable marching pace of left, right, left, right, left, right, left. It's still fairly slow. It's a parade pace rather than trying to get from A to B pace. I think you really want to be at least 100 for moving anywhere. But anyway, right, we'll try this one then. Same again.
That's nice.
Yes, that's maybe if we did, I don't know whether we want to do it for one more week, one more time, but we want to wind it up to 100 to get
They are old grenadiers, Paul.
Yeah. But that wasn't overly brisk, was it? Having worked
That was
your way
nice.
up.
Good speed that was.
That's quite nice. Yes, it still, as a tune, it still baffles me. I never know whether I've played it right in the second half. I'm sure it's got some bars spliced into it to that sort of. It
sort of almost concludes and then starts again, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah.
It's like those repeated bars. You think maybe they shouldn't be, but they are. So.
Yeah.
It's actually, and then there's also the there's the business with the where's it gone there? The second to the last line, the line that starts with the D chord at the beginning, sort of runs up, has a rest, but then the next bit you somehow elsewhere in the thing that's always been a minim at that sort of stage. So I find I'm holding that note too long, that A, in the second bar of the next to last line. And then I find I have to sort of rush through the next few notes to get back in time with myself.
I like that rest part. That's nice.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It works quite well.
Nice find, John.
But it's just, just have to be careful not to do. and hold that, because it does. Yeah, if you do, you're screwed for the rest of the bar, really. It's a nice rhythm change, but you just have to watch out for it. Things there. Right. Well, I've lost me now. Well, that's interesting. I've lost all my controls now.
Oh, while you do that, Sally, can I introduce you to Paul McCann and Sally?
Yeah, hello.
I did mention when we were meeting in person, one of the last times I saw you, Sally, that Paul plays a duet and he's happy to go through some stuff with you. So that's Paul.
Yes.
So you get to meet in person, but not in
Sally.
person. So yeah.
We were on the same West Country concertina player thing.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
So yes, it'll be nice to meet you in real life, I think, at some point.
At some point, I hope we will. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Where are you based, Sally?
In Buckinghamshire.
Oh, you're another Buckinghamshire one. Okay, right.
Where are you?
I'm in Essex, near
Oh,
Chelmsford.
right. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's quite a way away.
I'm hoping when Chiltinas opens up physically that I might get along to it. It'd be a couple of hours drive for me, but it'd be
right. Yeah.
Be worth the trip. It could be done in the day. It wouldn't be an overnight one, so that'd be okay.
Yeah, I mean, it takes, coming from Cambridge, it takes me 50 minutes to get to Malden each way.
Yeah,
so
I think it's about an hour and a half. So for me, plus the M25 traffic jams. Yeah.
Just if there's a few of you, maybe there's something you could do specific to the duet, because there's a few of you now, isn't there? So
yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, we got about 3 or 4 of us now. 4 of us, I think I've counted now.
I've got a crane that I'm trying to play.
Oh,
who's that?
Steve.
I play English, but I've got a nice little crane that.
Well, at least you've got the right sort of duet there, so that's good.
Yeah.
And Martin could join in as well.
Yeah, Martin as well.
Yeah, we're going to have a complete splinter group.
We're up to half a dozen already. It's a duet takeover. It's coming.
Have to throw out the Anglo players.
Oh no, we couldn't do that. We couldn't do that.
They can go and play outside.
And Alex can choose whatever he wants to play on the day. He's got quite a collection.
Is that right?
Right. So it's the time in the programme for one of the round the rooms. So this is a case for volunteers to play something they've been playing over the last couple of weeks to either show us some different kind of music or what they've been working on. Now, there were a couple of people who expressed an interest in doing that, one of which I seem to remember involved Martin Henshaw playing something German, or maybe it was a combination, was it?
We were going to do something in the break, a few German tunes. I'm going to do a couple of tunes, and so was Alex. But I can do a tune now.
Well, no, who else said that they wanted to play something in a round the room session?
I think it was Alex, wasn't it? Martin and Alex.
Yeah, I think you were the nominator. So why not do some of whatever you were going to do it now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. I'll start off. I was going to play Aus Grauer Städte Mauern. A German tune. It's a bit difficult to actually translate, but it's leaving a grey city to go and wander through the world. And then the other one is Lustig ist das Zigeunerleben, which is jolly is the gypsy's life.
Right, hold on a minute. So people will probably want to put it into speaker view rather than gallery if you want to see close-ups of things. But I need to mute everybody first. Let me mute everybody now. And then Martin, you'll have to unmute yourself. Yes, Martin is unmuted.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Hope it goes all right. again. Must the end of that bit.
Right, yes. Out of interest, Martin, did you have original sound turned on?
Yes.
Yes, it was. It wasn't bad, certainly. I just wondered whether you were. It was just coming through slightly weak, but it was fine, I think. There.
I could turn up the mic a bit.
What do other people think? Was he a bit quiet?
No, I thought it was fine, actually.
It was fine. Right. It was fine for me as well, yeah.
Good. Right. Yeah. That's okay.
There's too much microphone. It's going to clip and be unpleasant.
Yeah, so. Indeed. Yeah. No, I wasn't really suggesting that. Okay. So was Alex going to play as something? Was that the plan?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, let me mute everybody just to enforce things. Alex, you'll have to unmute yourself again because I will have muted you. Right. And as I said, if you want close-ups of people, you probably need to go over in the view menu in the top right-hand corner of your screens. Go for speaker view rather than gallery view.
Okay. So this is, I think it's quite a familiar tune. It's called Lily Marleen. It's written by a soldier who was marching off to World War I, but actually became famous during World War II throughout whole Europe, because it was featured from a Yugoslavian radio broadcast station. And it's about coming home. It's a pacifistic song. It's about being homesick and being sick of war. And so the Nazis tried to ban this piece, but the BBC intervened and held the flag up high. So this became, I think, a world famous standard. I hope.
It became very popular in England. I mean, we weren't shy of stealing tunes from the enemy if they were good tunes.
Why should the devil have the best tunes?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Practicing, but never mind. Thank you very much.
It's always good at home.
Yeah, great stuff, Alex.
Always the case.
Unmute everybody and we'll give a round of applause.
That was a nice one to join in.
Yeah, it was too. That's quite nice.
I liked your accompaniment, Alex.
Yes.
That offbeat thing.
Yes.
It's interesting. It was written. I remember looking it up in order to sort of wondering whether I dare put it in my tune book, because it was written in 1938, but they, I think, or published in 1938. But Norbert Schultz, who was the composer, was born in 1911 and died in 2002. So it's probably still, it's effectively still in copyright, but it was, as you said, got so common across the whole of Europe that I don't think anybody would really enforce it.
Yeah, it doesn't really belong to him anymore. We've taken it all.
Right, thank you very much. Are you stopping there, or did you want to offer us anything else?
Oh, I don't know. I tried to do another song, another German tune, but maybe I will save it for next time because there's a twiddly bit inside. I'm not too good at it right now.
Right.
What about the one you did on Friday? That was great.
What have I done on Friday? It was, what was it again?
I can't remember the name of it now.
Emma? Maybe Emma?
Oh, that was the one, yeah.
I can give it a try. I have the dots here, but you should remember I practiced on Melodian and not on Concertina, but maybe it works out. Okay, this is Emma's Waltz. As well it might be. Sorry. Thank you.
That sounded Russian or Hungarian or.
It's Finnish, actually.
Is it?
From Finland, that tune. I remember that. Yeah.
It's a lovely tune. Can you provide us with the dots?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I like the middle eight section. That was a really nice tune. Yeah.
Thank you.
And who wrote it? Because it's quite common in the by folk scene.
It absolutely is, but on my dots is noted as traditional, so I don't know. Maybe you ask, you know Marcel Friedman?
Yeah, okay.
I bet you know. Okay, you can ask him. I think he knows the original roots. I will put it in the chat. I just found it here. Just 1 second, please.
I think if it's in chat, it won't be available after the meeting. Or...
Yeah, and I can't get it on a tablet. But maybe Paul could manage people, maybe.
Well, it says click to download, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, if you're on a tablet, it won't work.
Oh, okay.
I'm on a tablet.
Yeah.
So if someone could provide it to the group. would be great.
Yeah, I've downloaded it.
I've got it, thanks.
Yeah, so if anybody wants it, I can provide it.
Yes, please, John.
Yeah, lovely tune. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Paul Hardy, you're muted. Can't hear you.
I keep doing that. Yes. It was a bit. Problem was the other way around when Alex started his second tune, because I hadn't then muted everybody, so there were various other people thinking about joining in, so I had to rapidly go around and mute the people. Right. Anyway, well done, Alex. So the next thing on the list is Brafferton Village that we did last time. So here I'll need to share screen things, but wait a minute, let me just clear things out for a minute. So we don't want that. It's a pain, this. I'll share screen. So we want wanted Brafferton Village, didn't we? Oops. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, right. Okay. So here's a two-part setting. So the tune is written by Catherine Tickell, who's still very much alive, northeast of England, Northumberland, player of Northumberland bagpipes and fiddle and various other things. And Brafferton, I think, was the village where her parents were living. So this goes. Etc. like that. So most of you were here the last time and we did it. So what I'll do is I'll play it through once, playing the top line, and then I'll immediately, without stopping, go through it again, playing the bottom line, the red notes. So here's the last 4 bars, and then in from the beginning. everybody.
Almost reading both lines and playing at the same time. Almost.
So did that work? Did you play along with the red notes, or did you play the black ones again?
Yeah. I played the red notes second time.
Yeah.
First time round I beat you, Paul. Second time round you beat me.
Well, second time around there was a slight stutter as my tea delivery arrived. The music.
I thought it was artistic interpretation, Paul.
Right. Well, I think it's worth trying. I've got a synthesized recording of it. We've also got one thing we did last time. John had done a setting of this that went on to another tune called Swindon, which we do have the music for. The trouble is, it being a longer thing, it's quite difficult to get it to fit on the screen at the same time. I'm just if I do that, am I still sharing my screen?
No, not at the moment.
I'm not at the moment. Okay, let's go back. Let me just try an experiment.
We could save that one till next week.
We could. I think we might have to actually, because I suspect it's a thing that might be worth encouraging people to print it off on 2 pages.
Yeah, I'd have to get my nose very close to the screen.
Yes. I don't know quite what I could do. I mean, I could do a top and a middle, or a top and a bottom, and get them on 1 page, but it's a bit. So I don't know that that's all that's effective. So I think what we'll do for the moment, we'll stick with this. If I now find.
Who's that?
Right. So just we'll get rid of that. Put that there. Mute everybody. So just so you can hear what the 2 things sound like played against one another, and then you can play along with either of them in the same way. So there's no lead into this, so I'm just going to say 1, 2 and press the button. It's a little bit faster, not a lot. 1, 2. Right, and we'll do exactly the same thing again. Whichever coloured notes you played last time, play the other one this time. 1, 2. last thing if I can. But... So just so we're not going to, I mean, you can play along with it if you want, but just to hear what this Grafton Village sounds like played by masked concertinas.
1, 2.
Goes on, no repeat. I'll stop there. Unmute everybody.
That was not doing very well.
Yeah, so that was the first half of Grafton Twin with Swindon, which where the repeats are different and things. So.
Well, I missed whether the second part was actually written as that by Catherine Tickell or whether somebody's added that.
I believe that was written by Catherine Tickell.
Okay, thanks.
And because I asked her explicitly for permission. I was at a workshop with her and things, and asked her, emailed her asking for permission to use that, and also she's ended up as the copyright holder for quite a few of the Northumberland Shepherd traditional musicians. So their families gave the copyrights to the company that she runs, whose name I've now forgotten.
Not them again.
Not them again, wasn't it? I saw.
I think that's the holding company. There's
look that up.
There's something a bit more.
Coquetdale Music.
Coquetdale Music.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, it's the Coquet Valley that these lived in. So that's why I've got permission to include a few of the 20th century Northumberland tunes in the tune book. Right. So maybe next time we could have another go at that with working from the John Mackenzie twinned with Swindon version, and we'd play the first and fit it on the screen, play the first half, stop, put the second half on the screen and play the second half. So I'll try and come up with something that fits screens better there. But it's a nice tune, certainly. Okay, what time is it? Oh, we've had over an hour already. So the next thing was, he says, the next thing was the Swedish walking tune that Martin introduced as Around the Room one a few times ago. Let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger, or does it fall off the... Oh, depends whether you need that bottom. That bottom note is a B. We might be able to do better. Yes, that works. So hopefully you can see the whole of that.
The right hand side slightly off the screen. Oh no, sorry, ignore that.
Right. So what are we going to? So let me mute everybody for a minute, because here again we've got what have I got? So I'm just going to look, see what I have got in the way of. So I have a 3-part version at 50 and at 65. So we're going to get towards that, but before we do, let's just play together through the top line. Let me go away, get rid of that, mute everybody, find my concertina. Right, okay, so so here's a last 2 bars, and I'm just going to play through the black notes. You can, of course, choose to play some other notes. Steve is drawing little red dots on the screen. I don't know whether he's intending to. Right. So. Right. So last 2 bars plus 2 notes. Again from the beginning. We could take one of the other lines separately, but I think the best thing at this point is let's take the slower pace setting. I've lost my, where's it gone? Let's just take the slow one for the moment. So the aim here is you should try, now you know the top line, I mean you can play the top line, but at a slightly slower pace, try playing the red or the blue lines. So 1, 2. Everybody. Were you able to choose? I quite like the bottom line up there. That's
a
John
good part. That
John Mackenzie's setting, I think, is the bottom of the green notes.
Yes, I think it said that on the third line song.
Right, let's do that once more, but this time I'll choose the slightly faster version. Not a lot faster, still a slow walk. But let me find the thing. Put that one up there. Right. Okay, let's get rid of that. Share screen. Somewhere to make before I do. Somebody chatting something. Oh, that's Jules saying she's loved it but has to go. Right, okay. Share screen. Right. Okay, so let me mute everybody. Everybody's muted. 1, 2. I'm going to say 1, 2, and it'll start. I'm going to mute myself. You then can't hear me saying 1, 2. Right. The bit at the bottom will disappear in a moment. 1, 2. Let's do it once more.
That's quite a brisk walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, I'm just, it's in two. It's 2 beats in the bar. It's as it's written there. I need to look again on the internet. There are some videos, YouTube videos of people playing it. It's apparently quite a Swedish, almost second national anthem. It's well known and used as a sort of Swedish national tune. And you do see people walking to it. So I think the music was running a little bit faster than that, in order that they were able to do left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Whereas at the speed we were doing it, it would be left, right, left, right. You'd be a bit in the air too long, I think. anyway, well, I'll have a look. You could have a look and see what speed you think it ought to be played on as a walking tune. Right. So that's the Gunglut Fran Apelbow. And we're on to another round of the room. So this is where we want some volunteers to play something. It doesn't have to be perfect. Rory has put his hand up. John Mackenzie has put his hand up. Any more offers? Not at the moment. Right, Rory, do you want to go first? Let me mute everybody. Then Rory unmute himself.
It's not one I can play particularly well, but I'm a bit of a tune nerd and I've done quite a lot of transcription of tunes. And near where I live in Lincolnshire was the one of the few famous people that Lincolnshire produced is Alfred Lord Tennyson. And his mother came from Louth, which is the next village town to me down the road. And she kept a couple of music books, manuscript books with different tunes that she played. I think she was a pianist and various other things. But amongst them, there is this particular tune which I've never found anywhere else or heard of anywhere else, which we were talking either in Green Shoots or in here about 3/2 hornpipes. And it's a tune that has got the feel of those, and it's called Sheffield Fair. Whether it was the tune to a song at some stage, I don't know. I can let you have a look at it. And the tune, it's the original barring, and then I've rebarred it in a more modern sort of way. If I can I share my screen? Yeah.
You should be able to share your screen. Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Bigger. That okay?
Yeah, that's excellent.
Right, I'll have a go at playing it. It's in D, which is not good on an Anglo. No. Sorry about the playing. You get an idea of the tune.
Nice. The first half is close to Dance to Your Daddy.
It is, yes.
Yeah, I thought that.
When the boat comes in,
yes,
you shall have a fishy on a little dishy.
I gave a copy. There's a chap I know in Sheffield. Some of you might have heard, Robin Garside, who runs the Sheffield Fiddle Society, and also has been he does the orchestra at Whitby every year, or helps with it, and he's done an arrangement of the two tunes fitted together.
Yes, it does sound a bit like the folk music process at work. Somebody hears a tune, can't quite remember it, puts in a few other notes, and it turns into something else, doesn't it? Etc. Yes. Right. Yes. Thank you, Rory. So yeah, it's interesting that it's from a manuscript that has sort of literary connections. Yeah. Right. So while we're on round the room, John was going to play something. Do you want to, let me mute everybody a minute. John, do you want to unmute yourself?
Yeah. I've recently been on a folk music composition course, and I've composed a couple of tunes as a result. Both of them are quite confused. One is either a waltz or a mazurka, and the one I'm going to unveil to you is either a reel or a strathspey, but I probably play it in slide timing. I can put the music up, I think, if I can share. The reason I'm unveiling it now is I've called it Martin's Beard, and I wanted to make sure I played it before he went to the barber's.
Excellent.
Now, has that come up?
It's coming. Yes. There you are, Martin's
Right.
Beard.
Okay, it's a bit busy.
Bit shaggy is Martin's beard, isn't it?
Right. So shall I'll just have a go at a medium pace and see if I can get it properly. So I'll just count it, I think. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Do I need to stop the share?
Yeah. Sounds like a home
I think it's been stopped. Yeah. Okay.
Whether my hair gets cut off is still up for negotiation.
Right, I see.
Maybe that is a ploy for a second. Martin's still got the beard.
That's right. Or I could write something with less notes in and call it Martin's Chin.
Could you just share the music again, just to have another look at it?
I did try putting it into slide timing, but I found it very difficult to read because it's not clear where the beats.
I mean, it sounds like a whole.
You wrote it.
There are a few. Yeah. To me, I'm trying to see. I think I've gone and closed it. Oh dear. Yeah, I can't see it on the list there.
No, never mind. Because as most of you know, in the tune book, I in general for horn pipes, I write them straight and just say if it's in 4/4 and has the annotation horn pipe, then swing it of lengthening the first and shortening the second of every pair of quavers.
Yeah, so I just need to put the snaps in then.
But if you did that, then you'd only annotate the snaps and there'd be less.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. So I said it was a reel or a strathspey or a slide, and it turns out to be a horn pipe.
Well, tunes can be anything. You could turn it into a waltz if you tried hard. Though it might be a waltz with a few hops in it, perhaps. Yeah, anyway, thank you, John. And anyone else got anything, any music they want to get off their chest, so to speak, in their life?
I'll have a go, Paul.
Right, go on.
As they've been doing German tunes, coincidentally, I've been having a go at a German tune. I can try sharing it as well if people want to join in.
Right. I'll let you do that.
Share.
Right, then I'm going to mute everybody now. So Sally, you'll need to re-enable yourself, unmute yourself. We can't hear you, Sally. Oh yes, we can.
There we go. Right. I'll try my best. Oh, hang on.
Very nice.
Wow, well done.
You don't need to be afraid of putting that forward. It was very nicely played.
Where did you get that from, Sally? It's great to be written like that with the extra notes.
It's from
David Cornell.
David Cornell
Cornell
duet,
Yeah.
McCann duet book.
Right, okay, that's lovely.
The late lamented David Cornell.
Indeed. Yeah.
With an amazing voice. So what's the tune called?
Oh, there we go. I won't pronounce it.
That one.
We've got some Germans here. I'm sure they can do it better than me.
Keep me in the heart. Yes, right. Okay, thank you very much for that.
Nice playing, Sally.
Thank you.
Right,
Good.
Yes.
Was it a McCann concertina you were playing, Sally?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Great.
Yeah, just a small one, 46 or 47 buttons.
Oh, you got all my respect. I would never get along with that. I would never get it into my brain.
If you can play an Anglo concertina, Alex, you can play a duet, I'm sure.
Yes,
because an Anglo is a duet, just limited to 2 keys.
Yes, it is. Actually, I'm playing a Haydn and a Crane, but the McCann system won't get into my brain somehow. It's really
yeah. The McCann system is more difficult. Crane's
Totally weird.
Crane system is nice and logical.
Yeah,
very easy.
Absolutely.
To pick up.
Which is why somebody with the name of McCann ends up playing Crane.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Traitor.
Just to confuse.
Right. Anyway, thank you very much for that. Can you stop sharing at this point?
There we go.
Right. Okay. Let's go back to gallery. So the remaining tune on the list is our old friend Liberty Bell. So we did the A part of this one week, and then we did the B and C parts another week, and then we tried doing the whole thing. There was a suggestion, I think, that we should try doing just one particular part all the way through. Let me see what I've got handing here to it. Oops, that isn't what I mean. Liberty Bell. Oh, what's back this one? I did some preparation of different things that I don't know whether they're helpful or not. Am I sharing?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not sharing. Oh, all right. That's unfortunate. Share screen. Right. So that's the whole of Liberty Bell with its 3 parts, and people will know the top line as the Monty Python theme tune, and we'll probably play through the whole of the top line as a first thing to do. It's a bit small putting 2 on a screen. I imagine it's smallish on my screen. It'll be smaller on other people's. So let me just see what else I've got here, because I've got Liberty Bell parts 1 and 3. Right, so this is the whole tune, but missing out the middle line. So it's first part and third part, first part and baritone part. So I mean, suggestion first. So. Yes, it's the intro that always throws me here. Right, I'm just going to mute everybody for a minute. Yes, it's just a chromatic scale going down there. So I'm just going to try and play through the top line, the black notes, and at a not too fast speed. And we'll just to get the tune back in our heads a bit. Yes, do I want that? Yes, I missed the repeat bit there. Anyway, that's the whole tune, the black notes. I don't know whether I could either ask John John Mackenzie to play the baritone part, or he gave us a synthesized one which I could play. John, do you want to do a real one of it, or do you want to use the synthesized? You're still muted, John. Are you still there? Is John there?
Sorry, I kept muted.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll have one go. I've got the baritone ready.
Right.
And then maybe we'd have time to play it against the synthesized version in its full glory.
Right.
So, is it about the same speed?
I think so. If people are going to play along,
yeah.
I would suggest.
So it's sort of 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, here I go then. 1, 2, 1, 2. Sorry. Sorry.
I know.
Sorry for the stumbling. Anybody who was trying to play a different part to it might have had problems there.
That was very, very nice to hear the baritone playing along then. Right. So what I'm going to do is put up the same music again, but this time we'll do a synthesized full all three tracks against it. So you can play top or bottom, or indeed you can play the middle if you printed it out on paper, as a lot of people will have done. So I need to find my find the music. Wait a minute, I'll get rid of that one. So Liberty Bells 4. So we have it at 80, 90 or 100. I'm just seeing what speeds they are. 80 is that's 80. 100 is this is, I think, a bit probably too brisk for us. How about the middle one, the 90? Should we have a go at that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me put up I suppose, yes, you probably wouldn't have been hearing that very well because I wasn't sharing, was I? So I share that, right. Okay, so you have the lead in at the start anyway to get yourself in sync. You are all muted, and I'm going to press go and see what happens. Wait a minute, I've got somebody saying something in chat. All right, there's somebody who has Rory has to go. That's all right. Okay, so 1, 2. Sorry if I covered up the bottom line with or Zoom did at the wrong moment. Yeah, hopefully that worked. It's not easy playing at that speed, that complexity of notes. So what would people like to do? Try that once more and then call it done? Nobody's making any comments.
Yes, please.
Right. Okay, same thing again. 1, 2. Oh.
You tap your foot.
And they all funny walked off in different directions. Right, so that was Liberty Bell on Monty Python, which we've had on for several weeks. So there was a strong suggestion that we ought to put it to one side and come back to it when we can meet physically, perhaps. So, I mean, if you want to, you know, if you wanted to keep it in, we could do the same thing that we just did with the green dots and do them with the red dots. But anyway, so it's that time of day really for discussing this. So I'll hand over to, everybody's unmuted. I'll hand over to John really to discuss the program. But actually, before I do, can I give one big problem? Well, problem for me. The next scheduled one of these is sometime it's gone away.
16th
is the 16th. Now I'm actually away in Hampshire up to the morning, you know, overnight for that week, coming back on the Sunday morning, hopefully. But the more to the point, I'm down to get my second jab that afternoon, which I don't particularly want to put off. So basically, I'm not available to host, and normally we use my Zoom professional line so that we can get more than 40 minutes at a time. There was a suggestion that maybe I could start the session, nominate some other people as co-hosts and go away. I'm a bit dubious about that because, as I say, I'm coming back from Hampshire and I don't actually know what time we're getting here or eating. So I'd prefer to say basically I'm not available. So whether, say, John would like to host it, and if it runs out of Zoom time, then everybody logged off.
Tracy had volunteered as well. So what I was going to do is arrange a short sort of practice session with Tracy to get at least some of our computer cock-ups out of the way.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind doing that. Yeah. The only thing I can't do, unless I get my top of my computer working, is play music on the screen. So that's the only thing you might have to do, John.
Yeah. Okay. I'll practice that in a session with you, and we'll see how it works.
You can preset a meeting call for a future date without you having to log on the day.
Can I? So I could set up the meeting.
You can set it up as host and assign co-host, and it will automatically start without you having to be present or log in.
Ooh. Or maybe we could have a little experiment on that.
Yeah,
I'm quite happy for you to use my license. It just I don't.
Yeah, no, quite. You're on holiday.
All right, we'll have a little experiment before in the next few days on that one as to whether I can set up a Zoom session that and not be there to host it.
Okay.
We'd have to nominate particular co-hosts first. Okay, so over to John now to talk about what you're going to do. Oh, actually, just before I do, as I've got the calendar in front of me, can I point out that you shouldn't be bored of lacking Sundays to play because next Sunday is a WCCP Chiltina event. Then you've got the virtual Chiltinas we're talking about, and then the one after that is the Scandinavian Squeeze-In, which has gone virtual, the Swedish one. Oh, yes. So you can go and squeeze virtually in Sweden on the following thing before we're on again at the end of the month. Right, I'll shut up.
Okay, what I'll do, if I can still find it, there we go. Can I move around on this page?
I'm
just going
through. Can I just point out one other play date before you go into that? I don't know if other people know, but if you're a WCCP member and you're an Anglo player, they've started up a Zoom group meeting for that as well, which is Sunday the 23rd. So if you email WCCP or Mike, if you want to be included, that starts at 2 p.m. Sorry, John.
That's okay. Just in terms of sorting out stuff for next time, we were gonna revert to a faster warm-up set. Somebody said 4.5. There doesn't seem to be a 4.5 there. There was a 3.5, I seem to remember. Yeah. Do you want me to? The fourth is a waltz. The 3.5.
I thought we had 4.5 had a name when it was one of the medleys, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, that's 3.5. Penny on the Water, George Green's Saucy Little Bird. But is it called something else here, do you think?
I thought we did one of the medleys we called 4.5, but it had a name to it, didn't it? Is it one of the wartime ones or the pub session one?
I haven't. Oh, well, yeah, we got the pub session ones and so on. But does anybody want to? Shall I try and find this 4.5, or does anybody want to suggest anything else? Maybe as a reserve if I can't find it.
Why not have the 3.5 minutes?
3.5.
They're faster tunes than the ones we had today for the warm up.
Okay, well I'll see if I can find this 4.5. I obviously haven't put them all up because we've used a fair number over the years. The other thing is what are we going to drop? Are people happy to move on from Old Grenadier, or anybody want another go?
Happy to move on.
Sorry?
I quite like that one.
So that's one we need to find. Brafferton we're going to do with Swindon. Are we going to stick with Eppelbow?
Time to move on from there as well, I think.
Well, we're moving on from Liberty Bell, so it'd be all change. People happy with that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so we need 3 tunes then to fill in. From the old favourites, do people want to suggest some, or can you suggest something? It'd be nice to.
I did suggest the 3 sea captains.
Oh yes, so you did. Yeah. What I should have done, and I think I can get it on the screen. There's a bubbling under. We've got Bradford and Swindon, which we're going to do. 3 captains.
Can we do that one that Alex sent round, the waltz?
The Josephine's waltz, or the one was the one today?
The one that he did today.
Emma.
Yeah,
Emma.
Yeah, Emma's waltz was
3
lovely.
captains. Emma.
Yeah.
And we need one more. Old favourites. We got the Rochdale one is the Rochdale Coconut Dance. Curly-headed Ploughboy.
I like a civil affair. Nice. It's a nice
civil affair. Yeah, should we have a go back? Other people may not know it. It's a Bernard Wrigley tune, but it's rather it's quite obscure, I think. But it is a very nice tune.
It's not too fast.
No, no. It is best played in parts though, because a lot of the twiddles are in the second part. But we can have a go at it and see how it goes. Okay, I've got an agenda for next time. So that's it from me, I think, unless.
Excuse me, what was that date again, please? The next meeting?
The next one will be the 16th. It's in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Hmm? No, not yet. No, we're just winding up. We're deciding what to do next week or next time. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think
I stop sharing. No.
I think we've probably wound. It's time. It's 4 o'clock. It's time we finished. Thank you all for attending and partaking.
And thank you too.
Time for meeting again.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
John and Paul for running and organising it.
Right, thanks everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul and
very
John.
much.
Well, I'll see you in a couple of weeks, if not before.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Cheers.
Very nice to hear you.
Hope our German guests enjoyed it.
Auf Wiedersehen.